It was a full house yesterday afternoon at the YMCA Trails West Camp as chairs for the annual campaign fundraiser gather to share their totals so far. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the Scottsbluff Family YMCA celebrated the progress in their community support campaign yesterday afternoon at the YMCA Trails West Camp. So far, their campaign has reached about $118,000 of their $190,000 goal. Campaign Chair Zach Karpf says that's ahead of where the campaign was last year and says there's a lot of giving that will still take place before the end of the year. He tells KNEB News the message of fundraising for families hits home for many.
Doesn't fund any of our operating expenses, doesn't fund any capital expenditures or anything like that. Just goes to those scholarships for families that have an inability to pay so that they won't be turned away at all, ever, from any YMCA service. That's what these funds go to. So it's a great place to use your generosity in a way that impacts other people locally here in Scottsbluff and Gering and our surrounding communities.
Karpf says year to date, the Y has provided more than $100,000 in scholarships to those in need, so they have access to the organizations, facilities, and programs offered at the YMCA. Sticking with the Y, and one of the most familiar faces of the YMCA is stepping down next year. Lola Gonzales has made it official she will be leaving the Scottsbluff Family Y at the end of February to spend more time with her family and pursue other options in community involvement. Gonzales says when she first started with the Scottsbluff organization 43 years ago, she did not realize it was the beginning of a long career as a Y fundraiser.
I didn't think it was at that time, but I loved the interactions or the closeness to people. I love families. I love kids. I love youth. I love the community and what it does for us.
Gonzales says she will still be visibly active in the community. However, she declined to say at this time what role she'll be playing once she leaves the YMCA next year. Well, last week we announced that Great Plains Distillery has expanded their offerings from vodka to now include whiskey, and owners Phil Mitchell and Austin Propp are now proud to announce that their vodka is award-winning vodka. The duo entered their Vamoose vodka in several categories at the Denver International Spirits Competition, and despite their rookie status, they received a bronze award for their vodka and a silver award for label presentation.
There was over, I think, 400 or 500 applicants and first or second and third place, so it was great.
Yeah, we got awards over some of the big, industrial competitors, like Smirnoff and those people. We beat out some of their entries also, which was kind of rewarding. So
Mitchell says his son Nathan, who is an artist with Squid Kids Incorporated in California, is the one who created the label for his dad. Well, straight ahead, Bill Boyer will be in with your weekend weather forecast. Don't touch that dial. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we know when you need a loan, time is of the essence. We are locally owned with decisions made right here at the bank. Our lenders are experienced, efficient individuals who are committed to our customers. Our flexible lending policies make it possible to fulfill loan requests, big or small, quickly. Whether you want to purchase a car, home, or even start a business, our committed associates are here to help. Stop into any location today and see what Platte Valley Bank can do for you.
No matter what job I've got to do, my John Deere 5E tractor can do it all. Whether I'm cutting, moving feed, or building a fence. Using my 5E means my work gets done faster at a price I can afford, and that works for me.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Pool together all your money with a friend and invest in 2 Arby's French Dip and Swiss sandwiches for just $6. It's the perfect get-rich-quick on sandwiches scenario. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Rolling into the evening hours, clear skies. We're going to see a few clouds by tomorrow morning, and winds are going to pick up later on in the day tomorrow, but we really don't have much out there to complain about. Breezy, highs in the 50s, no big storms. It is going to be nice for most of next week. 39 right now in Scottsbluff. It's 42 in Denver. 30s on the other half of the state, and right around that 35, 40 degree mark here in our area. Winds are not too bad. As you can see here in the region, we have south winds at about 5 to maybe 15 miles an hour. All in all, though, things not too bad at all, and wind chills out there are in the 20s and 30s. So a pretty nice evening as we go forward through the rest of the evening hours. We still have high wind watches and warnings posted for tomorrow. That's going to be in the high country and where those wind-prone areas are going to be. Clear skies primarily tonight as we go through the nighttime hours into the early morning hours tomorrow. We'll stay clear overnight. Low temperatures going to fall into the 20s out there for lows tonight right here in the local area. We're going to fall down into the upper 20s to near 30 degrees. Tomorrow, lots of sun to start the day, and then here come the winds picking up through the morning hours into the early afternoon hours, and then they will eventually taper off as we go through the evening hours, and we're going to be left with clear skies again tomorrow night and on into early Sunday morning. So things looking pretty nice out here for most of the day Saturday, except for those winds. Highs are going to be nice into the upper 50s, mid 50s at least for most of us tomorrow. So very nice conditions as we go forward. Clear and calm conditions tonight. No major issues going on. 27 for tomorrow. Other than the winds, tomorrow looking pretty nice. It is going to be breezy. In the morning, 5 to 10. By afternoon, I think we'll be in that 20 to 30 mile an hour range. Otherwise, if it wasn't for the breezy conditions, things looking pretty nice tomorrow. Highs Sunday still in the mid 50s. We'll be in the upper 50s Monday. Low to mid 50s Tuesday into Wednesday. And then even on into Friday of the week here, it looks like things are going to be pretty calm with temps in the low to mid 50s. A very nice week to travel if maybe you're wanting to get to Grandma's house a little early for the Christmas holiday.
You never know when you'll need an extra French dip in Swiss. It could get lost in the car or eaten by a confused stranger. Stuff happens to sandwiches. That's why Arby's made you 2 French dip and Swiss sandwiches for just $6. For only $6, you'll always have a spare French dip and Swiss until you eat it. You'll never have to be afraid. Arby's, we have the meats.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
Get your jingle on this Christmas season at TC & More. With our wide variety of games, homemade lotions and soaps, willow tree figurines, clothing, gift cards, and much, much more. Let us simplify your shopping experience as we have gifts for everyone on your list. Check us out on Facebook. We have free gift wrapping, great customer service, where we say Merry Christmas. Please shop local this Christmas season. TC & More at 1621 Broadway in downtown Scottsbluff.
The leaves are turning and the temperatures are cooling, so it's time to come harvest the deals at the Viera Wireless Fall Savings Sale. Right now, get your family high-speed, truly unlimited mobile data for just $35 per line with 4 lines. Prices have never been lower for unlimited data. Plus, trade in your current phone and get up to $500 off the latest iPhone and Samsung models. Those are incredible savings on the most popular and advanced smartphones. Don't miss out on our Fall Savings Sale. Hurry into Viera today.
Welcome back. One Panhandle teacher gets top honors from a prestigious organization. This week it was announced that Gering High School social studies teacher Christian Shank has been selected as a Claes Nobel Educator by the National Society of High School Scholars. He was nominated by a student for his outstanding dedication and commitment to excellence in the profession. Shank is now able to apply for the Claes Nobel Educator of the Year award and is eligible for a $5,000 top prize or one of 9 $1,000 prizes. Well, 10 farmers and ranchers from across Nebraska have been selected for Nebraska Farm Bureau's 2019 Leadership Academy, including one representative from the Panhandle. Samantha Dyer, a member of the Dawes County Farm Bureau, graduate from Texas Tech University with a Bachelor of Science degree in animal business, and is currently a financial officer for Farm Credit Services of America. She'll join her 9 other colleagues in Kearney in January as they begin their year-long leadership program, where members will participate in sessions focused on leadership skills, understanding the county, state, and national structure of the Nebraska Farm Bureau organization. And the Nebraska Tourism Commission's new campaign tagline, Nebraska, honestly, it's not for everyone, continues to get buzz across the country. Yesterday on Live with Kelly and Ryan, the co-hosts used coffee mugs that featured the tagline. John Ricks, the Nebraska Tourism Executive Director, says he is amazed at all the free publicity they're receiving, especially because they haven't even launched the campaign yet. Within the first 24 hours of their announcement in October, the campaign received $1.3 million of free publicity. Since then, the commission has received over $7 million in publicity value and reached over 884 million people based on trackable coverage through media monitoring services. Well, straight ahead, Alex and Hannah will be in with a recap of the week that was in Ag News. They'll have the Friday 5 right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Care Heilbronn, State Farm agent, is here to protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Care Heilbronn and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the Western Hearing Clinic Ag Desk. Western Hearing Clinic, the Panhandle's choice for better hearing, helping you hear what matters most.
Hello and welcome to our latest edition of Friday 5. I'm Hannah Borg. And I'm Alex Wojcicki. Friday 5 is presented by the Nebraska Corn Board, and we put this segment together each week so you can keep up with Ag News. So let's get right to it. Well, Alex, it's officially Christmas time right here in the capital city. That it is at the Nebraska State Capitol Rotunda on Sunday. Many Nebraskans gathered for the 71st annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony. Their ceremony was complete with musical performance and a Christmas message from Governor Pete Ricketts. After that, Ricketts was joined by the children in the audience to officially light the tree. In honor of Nebraska's sesquicentennial, 169 new ornaments designed by Nebraska artists decorated this year's tree. Each ornament is in the shape of the state and represents Nebraska ag, landmarks, and history. Moving on to number 4, reports Wednesday indicate that China made its first major purchase of U.S. soybeans in more than 6 months. Chinese state-owned companies purchased at least 500,000 metric tons of U.S. soybeans. That's equivalent to roughly 18 million bushels. The purchases follow an announcement after talks between the U.S. and China at the G20 summit that China will resume buying U.S. ag products. So historically, China is the largest buyer of U.S. soybeans, importing about 60% of all U.S. soybean exports last year. Well, Bryce is on location in Omaha to discuss our our number 3 story.
Farmers Business Network members met in Omaha for the annual Farmer to Farmer Conference. In its 4th year, around 3,000 members discussed issues ranging from price transparency to trade wars. New this year, FBN health insurance. Organization leaders say some Nebraska farmers could save up to 30% on health care. Reporting in Omaha, Nebraska, Bryce Duskett, Rural Radio Network.
Thanks so much, Bryce. Moving on to number 2, because of the anticipation of the soybean purchases that we talked about earlier, the market facilitation program trade payments expected early this month to farmers are on hold for now. The Department of Ag spokesperson said USDA is in discussions with the White House and anticipate the payment rates will be published before the end of the year. However, export inspections for U.S. soybeans are down 42% from last year due to the trade war and the halt of purchases by China. In our number 1 story this week is the Farm Bill is heading to President Trump for a signature. The Senate passed the bill on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, the House of Representatives followed through. That's certainly exciting. The long-awaited 5-year Farm Bill replaces the expired 2014 Farm Bill. House Ag Committee Chair Mike Conaway says the bill sets us on a better path for producers, for rural communities, and American consumers. Ag Secretary Perdue, whose department will be charged with implementing the bill, once signed, said that there were missed opportunities in forest management and work requirements for certain SNAP recipients. But he adds the bill does provide a strong safety net for farmers and ranchers who need the dependability and certainty from Washington. Well, that is all for this week's edition of Friday 5, which is presented by the Nebraska Corn Board. To stay up to date with all the ag news during the week, log on to ruralradio.com. We'll see you right here next week, and have a great weekend.
This is Mike. Mike likes his car. Mike likes to save money. And Mike likes to breathe. So Mike fills up with E15 with 15% American ethanol. The clean octane in E15 gives Mike the performance he wants from his engine and the clean air he wants for his family. Better yet, E15 costs less at the pump. Higher octane, cleaner air, lower cost. E15 sure gives Mike a lot to like. Discover E15 with American ethanol.
Regional West is one of 3 Level 2 trauma centers in Nebraska.
We have all the resources here 24 hours a day to address any traumatic injury.
From emergency medical services to advanced medical imaging and surgery to acute care and rehabilitation.
It's comforting to know that if an accident happens here, our families, our friends, our neighbors, and even we ourselves will get expert trauma care and rehabilitation services right here at Regional West.
It's a friendly town, that's for sure. Not too big, not too small. Seems like everybody knows your name.
We stick together through thick and thin. That's the way it's always been. 'Cause where we live is still our claim to fame. We love this town, this grand old town. There's not another
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your weekend community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Winter weather brings winter clothing to compliments for you and your home. And now all fall and winter apparel is 20% off. We have beautiful and original ladies' fashions that appeal to women of all ages and sizes. Gift cards are also the perfect gift idea. Get your home ready for the holidays with holiday decor, now 20% off. Some exclusions apply. At Compliments, we are open 7 days a week, 9 to 5:30, extended hours until 7 on Thursday evening, and Sunday noon to 5 through Christmas.
The growth and prosperity of our community is dependent on the reinvestment of local dollars into our local economy. When you open a high-interest savings account at Platte Valley Bank, we turn around and loan your money back to our community for new construction, business expansion, home loans, in backing agriculture, and much more. Come save with us at Platte Valley Bank and know that you are doing business with a local bank with local decisions that reinvests your money here in our community.
And finally tonight, before we break for the weekend, it's once again time to honor the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. For this week's Star Student of the Week, we head south to Harrisburg and make our first appearance of the school year at Banner County School. Principal Charles Jones gathered the freshman class, and Platte Valley Company's ag lender Casey Clark read out the accolades of this week's Star Student.
You were nominated because you have a kind heart and a genuine concern for your fellow Banner County Wildcats. You are a quiet student that demands little but constantly offers help to others. You do not help others to gain attention, but because you truly care about others. Last week, your teacher watched you help a student that was struggling with an assignment after she had just finished and a challenging test yourself. So you went above and beyond, and you helped a fellow student when you didn't have to and you weren't asked to, and that's amazing.
And this week's Star Student is Maddie Hill, who says helping people is what she does best.
I enjoy helping people. I'm happy. If I can help somebody, I'm glad.
The nomination came from science teacher Deb Leffers, who reiterated that Maddie is a great kid.
Maddie's really selfless. She does things for other people, and like I said, it isn't for recognition, it's because she cares. And that's kind of unique sometimes.
Outside of the classroom, Maddie also keeps busy playing trumpet in the band and just got started in high school speech. Congratulations once again to Maddie Hill, the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. And if you'd like to nominate a deserving K-12 student to be the next Star Student of the Week, you can find nomination forms online at www.pvbank.com. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.